Hello, fellow survivor. Welcome to the NOGOA series, or No One Gets Out Alive. This is a new episodic survival series that I'm starting. I recently did a poll asking what kind of episodic series you would like to see, and most people would prefer to see some sort of super Interloper NOGOA style gameplay. So what's this about? Well, the NOGOA, or No One Gets Out Alive challenge, is a custom challenge created by the community. I believe it was first created by streamer Perfect Trip and modified by Once and Only. It takes inspiration from an old challenge called the Dead Man's Challenge, which was more or less the inspiration for the challenge known as the Dead Sleep that's in the game now. What's unique about this challenge here is that there is no health regeneration in the game whatsoever, meaning that once you lose health, it is permanently lost. The only way you can recover it is through using stims, which is very limited. So that makes it very hard. On Interloper, which is hard enough, you can at least sleep and keep your meters full and you'll slowly regain health. But nope, no such thing here. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start a new challenge, a new run, and I'll do a couple episodes or so of this, and if you like it, I'll continue the run, assuming I survive, and if not, well, we'll see what happens to it. So, let's just jump into this. We're going to start a new run, and here we have, of course, the normal difficulties. Interloper is hard enough, but why not make Interloper harder, right? And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to take a custom challenge and put in a code. Now, normally here on custom you can do whatever you want and you can play whatever you fancy. There's no right or wrong way to play this game, and a lot of people like some sort of intermediate thing between Stalker and Interloper, where they basically take Interloper but then they go down to the rifle availability and turn it on, and then you get Gunloper. So if you've never thought of that before, that's something you can keep in mind. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we're doing a super Interloper challenge, which is a special code. This is the code for the custom mode. I will also put it in the description, and this is what you need to type in order to play NOGOA. Now, what's unique about NOGOA? Well, a lot of things is actually worse than Interloper. For one thing, you're going to spawn at midnight and in a blizzard, which is not great, but okay, there we go. Weather variability is much higher, including wind, which means it's harder to keep fires going consistently. It's just generally much harsher environment. Another thing is the meters, so the rate at which your meters deteriorate is faster, except for the calorie and freezing rate, which is the same as an Interloper, but your thirst and your fatigue will drain much faster than Interloper, which means that in practice you can only sleep 7 hours max or you'll start to take damage. Then there's some other bits and bobs. When you come down here, there is a few things, like there is less plants than on Interloper. Interloper is actually on high, so you can find quite a few plants, but on this difficulty it's been reduced, so there's very little. If you played the Dead World challenge, it's quite similar to that. Then there's also change to wildlife. Fish is low, but what matters most is that the wolves and timberwolves are very high, and so is bear very high. Well, on Interloper these things are more usually high, and moose has been reduced to low. So basically what this means is that there's going to be more predators around and less prey. A bit similar to Stalker, which Stalker is easier than Interloper, but one thing that it's harder at is that it's more wolves on Stalker, and this is the same. And then they also can detect you much better, like the smelling range is very high. They can smell from a big distance, and their fear has been reduced so that they won't be afraid of you as much as they are in Interloper. It's also harder to reduce morale in Timberwolves, and they detect you from further away. They have a pretty huge detection range. So yeah, that's pretty much what this is. It is a much harder version of Interloper. Not to mention that the recovery is turned off completely, including birch bark, meaning there is no way to recover health. And this is quite tricky, especially for me, because I use my condition as a resource. But here, once you lost your health, you have lost it, it's gone. So you can only heal with stims, and there's only 10, maybe 12 stims in the game if you're lucky, and they heal 15% each. That's it. There's no other way to heal. You can also get a small health bonus through well fed, and that's it. So let's jump into it. Now, that the code is the code for the game, but everything beyond that is really up to you. There's multiple different versions of this. Some people play a harder version of NOGOA where they even remove the prey like deer and rabbits. Some also do an Interloper version where you're only allowed to sleep outdoors and not stay indoors and stuff like that. But we're gonna not fiddle with that stuff. It's not that you can't make this challenge even harder. You can, but we're gonna stick to the pure NOGOA difficulty level. And the little details here is up to each player. Some players will choose where they spawn, and when they do, they usually prefer somewhere that's near matches, because the first thing you need to do is get out of the blizzard and get warm. So people prefer something like Hushed River Valley, maybe Ash Canyon or Desolation Point because of the highway. As long as you can figure out where you are quite quickly, you can be pretty well off. Pleasant Valley is probably the worst because it's so big and so open, it's very easy to get lost. However, I'm not going to choose one. Where's the fun in that, right? Let's make it a little bit more fun and random. So we're going to do a random difficulty and we'll just see where we end up. Random. And then we'll choose female because we like Jennifer Hale. We like Mark here as well, but we'll go for female. And the feats are usually off in NOGOA, but of course if you want to have them on and put that on, of course you can do that. But we're going to have it off, so we're not going to use them at all. We'll call this NOGOA for lunch rather than launch. Okay, and then yeah, let's just see where we end up. So we're going to spawn at midnight and we're going to spawn in a blizzard, and then the first things first is figuring out where we are and then finding an indoor location or at least matches or something that will stop us from getting cold, because the number one enemy in this, other than a sudden wolf attack, is that we can get cold and take too much damage. So let's find out where we are and let's see if we can get out of there alive without taking too much permanent damage. Wish me luck. Okay, this looks like Coastal Highway. Oh, it's Bleak. Oh, Bleak Inlet. Oh, wow. Okay, we got the good. There's a good thing about Bleak Inlet though that we might do right away. I think I know where I am. We're by the workshop, aren't we? If we are, there's some good news and bad news. I've never spawned in Bleak Inlet before, but this is custom, and in custom you can spawn in Bleak Inlet. This is a really, really bad spawn. On Interloper you can't. So I think we're on the eastern side of Bleak Inlet. Or are we on the maybe on the western side? If we're on the western side, it's actually kind of good news, because it means we can get the bedroll. I think we actually are on the western side.
Oh, so cold.
The good news about that is that we can get a bedroll right away. The bad news is that I don't know if we'll find matches, but I think we can start a fire with a flare though. Oh great, there's no grace period for Timberwolves either. That's pretty much the worst possible spawn you can get. And of course we can't really see much in here either. But I'm going to see if I can warm up in this bed, which I can. Go sleep an hour. We can warm up, so we don't take that much cold damage, which is great. The only problem is we got Timberwolves outside, which isn't great. We're gonna keep sleeping, we're gonna keep warming up, and we'll deal with the Timberwolves slowly. We might actually go over to the workshop. Okay, we're gonna wait there to stay warm until it gets daylight and we can actually see what's happening. Oh, we got an aurora. If I had the code, we could actually go and get that sorted. Okay, there's usually food in this bin over here. There we are. So we can get that. What else is there? Book. I don't think there are no guaranteed matches here in Bleak Inlet. You can still find them, but they're not guaranteed. But there are flares though. Alright, I need to go back outside. Wish me luck. See if we can get out of this. We're gonna go in here. The Timberwolves seem to have despawned, which is great. It's still way too cold though. We're still gonna take the little trip. We're gonna loot everything we can here. We're gonna get into this little alcove if we can. Okay. Over here there's some flares. Usually. There we are. 2 flares. And then there's a little secret area here. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. We need this stuff. And food. We're gonna go back inside and warm up. Gonna take a little bit of cold damage. Well, I wouldn't want to make it too easy, right? Let's spawn in Bleak Inlet. Timberwolves. Alright, let's get out of here. Timberwolves are not a big deal. Right. Oh, there they are. Okay, they are in their animation, so we'll use that animation to run. Alright. We have 2 flares. We have a flare. But we need to warm up. We're gonna sleep. We're gonna get thirsty though very quickly, which isn't great. We need to get out of here. I would really like to get the bedroll if I can, but I don't know if it's possible. We are gonna take some dehydration damage very soon. I think a blizzard has struck. No, it stopped. Okay, I would very much like to get the bedroll. The problem is that the bedroll is in the opposite direction. And we have no real sense of wood or anything. This is quite tricky. We don't have coal, so we're likely to get cold very quickly. So I think the best course of action is to leave Bleak Inlet. We'll get by without the bedroll. We'll find another one. But there's a guaranteed one on the island south of the workshop. What instead we're going to do is we're going to leave and get into the cave, going out to Fallen Musket where there's coal, where we can stay warm. So we're going to do that. Let's see if these pesky wolves are out there. Bet you they are, but we're going to run. And we'll get to the washout trailers. Hopefully we can warm ourselves a little bit there. We just need to get out of this region ASAP. Take as little damage as we can. We might come back here, but I don't think so. Timberwolves can smell me from a distance. They even spawn in the blizzard, which is crazy. Well, you wouldn't want to make it too easy, right? Let's throw Zach at a Bleak Inlet in a blizzard at midnight, and there's Timberwolves.
Warming up a bit.
All right, let's get inside ASAP to see if we can warm up in this bed that's here. It's a terrible bed, but hey, a bed's a bed. So let's give it a try. I'm hoping the moose isn't out there though. Oh, the moose is out there. Did you hear that? There was like a grunt. The moose is behind this trailer. Okay, let's see. Can we use this bed? If I can find it. Shelf. There's the bed. We can. Okay. Before we do that, didn't I find a... I had dog food, which I'm going to smash open and eat and hope I don't get poisoning because it has some liquid in it. It will stop the dehydration a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can sleep for like 1 hour just to warm up a little bit. Might get lighter as well. Alright. We are still alive. We're not cold yet. We really need water though. But we need to get to the mines to make that. Okay, we have that. I'm gonna eat this as well right away because it has a lot of liquid in it. Tomato soup is great for that. Well, I say a lot, barely did anything. But it's something. Not losing. Another one that we might have to smash open. Okay. Antiseptic. Okay. The problem is water. I don't have much wood either. Alright, let's see. I think I am going to sleep another hour here. Just to warm up a little bit more. Because I'd rather be warm and thirsty than the other way around. And I'm going to try and get out of Bleak Inlet into this damn cave. And once we are there, things will start to look up a little bit. One problem though, the moose is here. I heard the moose. The moose is behind the trailer. You may have noticed I am crouching whenever I exit the building. That's because that will reduce the aggro range of the animals. So they are less likely to detect me. In this case, the moose is unlikely to detect me regardless. But nevertheless. It's quite likely I'm going to run into one pack of timberwolves on the way. There's the moose, as I said. Let's see if we can get out of here. We need to get to the cave that's over there. I'm going to ignore the bedroll that you can find there. The bedroll is guaranteed. It's on that way towards a cave on an island. You'll always find it. But we're hoping to find one in Mystery Lake or something like that instead. We need to get out of here ASAP. There's no point stopping now to make a fire because it's just too cold. Let's see, can I cross in? I think I can. It's too cold, so the warming up wouldn't actually do anything. My biggest worry though is the timberwolves. If I run into them, that's going to be a big problem, but we'll do what we can. But I have survived 2 attacks from them so far. There they are. Okay. There is another pack probably to my east, but I think they are too far away. Hopefully they won't make their way here. I think they may have detected me. No, they haven't. Good. Then we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna take some cold damage, but I don't have a choice. I need to get out of here, and I need to get coal, which is in the cave, which will warm me up. Okay, yes, we have frostbite risk, but I think we can manage to not get frostbite. It depends a little bit, though, on how quickly we can get a fire going. Let's see if we can avoid these timberwolves here. That would be good. We haven't caught up yet, which is great. We need to get out of here. We need to get warm. Balances out. Usually there's another timberwolf pack around, but they don't seem to be home today. So they're gonna go over here. We know there's no moose. The moose can actually be 3 places in Bleak Inlet, but not at the same time. Only one of them will be out. because I saw the moose. I know it's not here. Okay, we found the exit. Let's see. I don't think I've ever had a tin wolf pack here, but they can be over there. There's usually some rose sips here as well, which will come in handy. Imagine falling through the ice, that would be disastrous. I found some empty septic, so I don't need to pick up any lichen at the moment. We should be fine. I am going to pick up the stick though, to get some more tinder if necessary. I desperately need teas, so getting some rose sips will be fantastic, so we are going to grab those. Now I'm going to use the stopping method as well, which is to walk towards something, then stop, and then loot, because then I burn less calories. And let's head in here, and once I find some coal, I can make a fire. And that coal, I believe, is a little bit further in. I might have to use the flare just to make sure I can navigate this, and I might have to do that. Yeah, let's do it. There's a bed here we can use as well. Let's find the coal first. There usually is some coal here. If not, I'll just have to make one. I need to find this coal. I want to loot this cave. Am I misremembering? I'll go to this cave out heavy. I have some coal. And one is enough for now. But I don't have tinder, is the only thing. I'm actually going to use the other flare to start the fire. And use it for light source right now while I make some tinder. I don't think there's anything I really missed that way. Let's mostly this way. There's another flare, fantastic, and a bed, which we don't really need, but let's see if we can find some more coal here. And some coal. Great. Alright, now let's quickly make some tinder. We're going to take a little bit more coal damage because I don't have a choice. I need to make tinder ASAP. And I need to make a fire. We've already taken quite a lot of health damage. Alright, let's go. Let's make a fire. And we'll do it right away. Okay, it's being weird. There we go. Okay, go. Do not fail me, Astrid. I was quick to get warm when I first spawned, but unfortunately I didn't have any measures to warm up other than going for building the building. Okay, we got it. We're also warming up. Fantastic. Let's immediately put on some water to boil. And I picked up another can inside the workshop. Let's do that. And while this is burning a little bit, and also have a look around, but I don't think there was anything I missed here. No, that's the way out. I don't think there was anything, but there's some more coal to find. We're also gonna head to Spencer's farm right away, because there's matches there. Okay, so while we wait for this, let's do a little sit rep. So we spawned in more or less the worst possible location, which is Bleak Inlet, and we ran into tin wolves right away. Now there is some good loot in Bleak Inlet, but there's no guaranteed matches there, just a few flares, and there's not enough really to stay warm. I could have gone from the workshop to the worker residences and picked up the 3 pieces of coal you find there, and then made a fire to warm up. That would have been one option. I could have done that, but then we'd be in the same predicament going out. Probably I would have saved a little bit of health doing it that way, because I could have created some more fires along the way. But the problem is that I only have the flares to light a fire. So I felt the priority is to get out of Bleak Inlet, and now we're in full on Muskeg. We need to get matches, and there's guaranteed matches in the Spencer Farm, so we need to get to Spencer Farm. While this is melting, we're going to harvest the rose hips we found, so we can make a tea, and we can use the tea to warm up, which in turn allows us to travel further. So we're going to do exactly that. And now we can finally drink. And we are no longer dehydrated, which is fantastic. And we're going to make more water. I'm also going to make the tea. And we're going to put on some more of this. I'm going to make another tinder. Okay, so we lost, what's that, about half of our health. We don't have frostbite risk yet. We need to get all this stuff fixed though. We're not looking too good with really anything. But we are alive, and that's something. We're now going to head to the farm to make sure we can get the matches, which will make things a little bit easier. And we'll go from there. I need more water, and I need to warm up. And I need torches as well. Okay. Water. We're going to put the tea down here. Put the tea next to the fire. It will stay warm. Just make sure it doesn't burn. That's the only thing. I'm going to grab a torch. It's a bad torch, but I mean, we'll take it. Let's do this. It's also a bad torch, but at this rate, we'll just have to take it. How long has this got left? 15 minutes. Alright, that means... I really don't want to use the coal for it. We might have to. Yeah, let's put one coal on here. It just makes it so I can make more torches. Yeah, I want all of these torches. You can place it outside and then back again, and then it will say 30 minutes. You reset the timer that way. It's like a trick. There are other tricks too, but I prefer that one. It's more straightforward. 10 minutes. Anything to do in 10 minutes? I don't think so. This is effectively a light source now, or a wolf to turn. I doubt we'll be heading back to Bleak Inlet. Okay. We got some stuff. Alright. We don't have much water, so but we'll make more water soon. 18 minutes, and I can grab another torch. I want this to stay warm as long as possible, because once we start getting cold, you can drink the tea to warm up. And we need lots of teas for NOGOA, because your health is so finite that you need to avoid the cold as much as possible. It's midday, that's right. Frostbite risk is going down. Okay, it's done. Let's take that. 12 minutes. Okay, let's just do this, reset that. Quickly grab a torch. Take that, and let's go. Now we're no longer cold either, except for a little bit, because the torch is warming us up. But I have lost almost half of my health, and it's not looking too good. We need everything we can find. There is a rabbit in here. This is one of the 4 special animals in the game. The 4 indoor animals. There are 3 wolves and 1 rabbit. I call this rabbit Larry. He's not in today, it seems, but he's around here if he's here. I never kill Larry, because let's just say it's bad luck, and I like Larry. And there's 3 indoor wolves, Sketchy, Fluffy, and Scruffy. Fluffy is in Bleak Inlet, but we're not going to say hello to her. I didn't see any more coal, but there's a way to get a little bit more coal, which is that once we get out here, we can crouch and almost re-enter the cave and get some more coal. So what we can do like this, and let's get a bit closer, and then we can grab this. grab this as well. I don't think we can reach the other ones. Maybe we can reach this. It's not letting me pick this one up. No, we can reach that one. We found a deer though outside. I don't know if the wind is good enough for it. Is the only thing. It doesn't look that windy. We can try it out. It doesn't seem that windy yet. So we might take advantage and harvest this, actually, because it's food. Actually, I don't want to, because I want to keep moving, and I'm too exposed, and I don't have that much coal on me. Now I want the mushrooms, as many mushrooms as possible. I could actually make a fire while I warm back up, but I could also just go back inside the cave. I want all of these ones that I can find. And there should be quite a few here. I don't know if it's any over there, but there is. There comes the wolf. See, they can detect you from so far away that they are really persistent in this difficulty. They can smell you from so far. We're going to drink our tea. It's still hot to warm up a bit. Warming up, we're not as cold. Let's also get rid of this wolf if we can. So if you do that, if you aim at a wolf, if you're near a fire, it will always flee from you, which is great. Of course, in this case, the wolf ran in the wrong direction and ran the direction I was going, which is the opposite of what I wanted it to do. But that's okay. We'll just deal with the wolf. We should get some more sticks. And there's a cave over here I might use as a temporary shelter to warm up a bit. Let's get rid of the wolf. Did I miss the mushroom? I missed the mushroom. Better. I think we can warm up a bit here. Before I go in though, don't turn around. Good. Let's get these mushrooms here. We can maybe make a fire in here to create some teas. If necessary, we can sleep in the farm. And then I probably want to head to Mystery Lake from there. Let's grab another one of these. Let's see how we're doing with warmth in here. Warming up. That's nice. I'm nevertheless going to make a fire though. Just to warm up some more. And also maybe make some more water and some more mushrooms. Oh, it failed. Come on, Astrid. You can do this. I believe in you. It's very hard to stay healthy in this challenge.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Because it takes nothing for you to get fatigued or something like that, and then you take damage. And because we're already warm, I'm not going to use the coal, I'm going to use this. Alright, let's make water. And then while that's doing that, we're going to make this. We can make 4 of them, which is great. I think we can make another one before this melts. We can. Let's put on a few more sticks. Make another one. And this should be close to boiled, which it is. Gonna make another one. And we'll make another 2 of these. Warming up. And we're going to make 2 teas. Should be enough. And we can harvest this torch for an extra stick. Let's get those. We'll grab these 2 teas and a torch, and we'll leave. Head to Spencer's farm. Get the matches there. And we're cold, but not mega cold. And if we're lucky, we'll also find a hacksaw. I need to sprint quite a bit because of the cold, although I think I should be able to get to Spencer's without getting cold by just mostly walking. Let's see if the wolves are out, which they almost certainly are. There's usually 2 wolves here. I'm assuming that on NOGOA there's probably 3. We'll see. We'll get a couple more mushrooms, which is great. So the mushrooms, or rather the tea, so mushrooms, rose hips, and so on, in this mode is really just used for heating purposes. We're not going to have too much difficulty with things like parasites and stuff. Maybe food poisoning could happen, but we're mostly grabbing these because we want to make sure that we can get warm. I now need to walk, otherwise I'm going to get fatigued and I'm going to start taking fatigue damage. Still haven't seen any wolves, which is great. I was a little bit apprehensive of it though. It's kind of like, you know, it's too quiet. Something's wrong, it's too quiet. We're still carrying the fire from the cave. Okay, it bugged. It says new location discovered. That happens. And it just says new location, but it doesn't actually tell you what the location is. Wood. Sometimes there's a hacksaw here, or a toolkit. But I don't see anything like that here today. But I'm still going to look around a little bit just to make sure I didn't miss it. I don't think there is anything like that today. No. Is there a deer carcass though? No. But there might be a deer carcass over here, which we might need to eat up. I will probably take fatigue damage though, is the only thing about that. The deer carcass is presumably over here. Just gonna check that quick. There's usually always a deer carcass here. I don't actually... there it is, it's over there, yeah, I see it. We're not gonna harvest it now, because if I do, I will get fatigued and I'll start taking damage from being tired. We can't risk that. So we need to sleep here. We need to start a fire if necessary, and then just make sure we can sleep. So let's see here. Coal, which is great. Let's also quickly go outside here and see if there's some coal here. No, well that's alright. We're gonna get this safe though. We can access it from the back here. See what we got. 30. Actually, hold on. Let's grab a new torch because I don't think I'll make it, so to speak. So 30 was it? Or something like that? 28. And something like 8. 9. Okay, 28 and 9. Okay, 28, 9, and 25. This music is amazing, by the way. Wow, a book. Wow, thanks. There must be some book. Right, matches. There we are, we got matches. And we have the hacksaw, which is fantastic. Makes things easier. I am going to sleep before I take fatigue damage. Let me just see if I can... I am actually warm enough without making a fire. So I am going to do just that. And sleep here as long as I can. We have matches now, so I don't really mind if this is doused. Let's sleep for 1 hour only. The deer got spooked. We're going to sleep here as long as it's possible to do so without taking cold damage, basically. And then we'll start cooking and things. Let's see, how about now? Now it's getting a bit too cold. So we'll make a fire then.
I would do anything for a drink right now.
Actually, if I put this on, it might be warm enough. There's a deer outside. If the wolf could hunt the deer, it would make my life a lot easier. Ooh, Privar. Let's check all this other stuff. I'm going to take all this coal with me, probably. Although I would like to leave, if I can, 5 pieces here for future forging.
I could eat anything right now.
But we have to see. And then the dog food is behind this crate. That's more or less everything. And then there's also accelerant in this crate, but that's neither here nor there. Let's have a drink. Alright, let's start a fire.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Let's start a fire and using the book. The book that was in the safe will now be the fire. And I basically want to get as high as I can on my meters. And then I want to get out of here. I could go get a stim, I suppose. And I could head to Milton.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I'm going to head to Mystery Lake. We're going to use this. And this. I'll be warming up. How are we doing food-wise? Not amazing. I'm actually going to eat this. I probably will go and harvest that deer, because I need the food. But right now it's too windy. Let's make some water. If I'm lucky, I can sleep 1 hour while this does that. So you can warm up and get some water. I'm basically going to head out once it's clear enough to do so. Alright, nice. Let's put on some more. Make another water. Keep another hour. Sounds like an aurora, but I don't think it is an aurora. Okay, how's this looking? Not very good. I'm doing alright with water though. I'm just going to keep doing this for a while because I need to sleep. Well, I am running out of food, but we are going to put some of this on. Just keep sleeping, getting some rest in us. Okay, the wind died out. Oh, it is an aurora. Okay. That's good. So then we're going to take this, like that, and I'm going to grab some torches, and I want to get this, why is there a, oh, this crow's right outside actually. The only issue is that if there's Aurora wolves around, they make life a lot more complicated. Let's get this deer carcass, but first I want to check over here. There's usually a bit of misc stuff here. Just a backpack. Right, I don't see any Aurora wolves. I can't deal with the Aurora wolves, that's the issue. They are too tough. The mode has nothing to do with it, it's just that they are pretty much immune to everything. So I can't scare them off. They are not afraid of fire, they're not afraid of flares, not even marine flares. Supposedly they can get scared of the distress pistol, but it's not guaranteed. Which means I need to be really careful here with this. Alright. We can use the hacksaw. I would like to take the hide as well, if I can. Just to start crafting as soon as possible. And leave it in a base, and that base is probably going to be camp office. Because it's quite central. Okay. We need to put one piece of coal on here. And then we're going to start harvesting this, and we're going to do it in half like this. We could use the shredding mechanic to level up cooking faster, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And then once I get it, I'm going to immediately drop it, because I'm less likely to attract wolves that way. I'm going to make some more water while this is burning. Let's make another one of these. Actually, we'll make it 0.7, because it might despawn if not. Minutes. How long does it take to get this stuff? It's mostly the hide that we need. The hide's going to take a while until it's defrozen. Alright. We can make a mushroom while we wait. Oh, here comes the wind. Seems to have worked though. Yeah, it's not blowing out yet, at least. Let's have a look over here, because there's some more coal and things here. A few things to loot. And we need to get out of here. We might have to go back and sleep a little bit. Hopefully we can get some cattails as well. There's one I can see. 2, okay. That's good, that's food. That's tinder. So the problem now is that we need to be more rested, but we need fire to stay warm pretty much. Okay. Let's keep making these mushrooms and things. We got enough water, I would say. Let's put on this. Let's make another mushroom. This will help us travel, but we need to be warmer for it to really matter though. See how cold it is. We're barely being warm at all. Okay, that's good. Another one. How's this doing? 40 minutes. We could maybe do it still. Let's wait for these. I don't think there's anything more to craft, is there? We can make a tinder plug, I suppose. Alright. Wait for that. And that. And then we're going to make a bit more water. And we're going to grab this hide, but not the guts. just for future crafting. So we're going to do this. And this. And I am going to actually walk out of here, I would say. Right, and then we need to put a bit more of this, so it burns for 40 minutes, I would say. And let's make this go. We'll also warm up doing this. We're completely warm now. We can take this, we can take that, take that, take that. And we can go. We are not fully rested, which is the only thing. But as long as I don't run into an Aurora Wolves, we should be fine. That being said, let me throw in a disclaimer right away. Don't do what I'm doing now. This is really dangerous. Not only am I cold, it's the night, but it's also an Aurora. So if I run into a Timberwolf, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. Let's see, does any of these... What? No, I forgot to heat the teas up. So we have to actually make a fire very soon in order for me to be able to make this journey. But that's okay. We'll make a fire soon. The wind seems to have died down. Get some scrap metal, some wood. Get a container today. I'll have to make a fire soon. The Polaroid's probably in here. Yep, it is. That crate was added in a patch. I know it's that one because on my main run I came here on day 500 something and suddenly there was a crate that I'd never seen before, and of course inside was the Polaroid. I was going to see quickly here because sometimes there is a deer carcass here, and there is one today as well, and we got Aurora Wolves quite far away, but they are there. So we are going to make a fire here. If the Aurora Wolves do come here, we kind of have to go back to the farm because I have no way of defending myself against them. Like literally no way at all.
I can't feel it.
Good job, Astrid. I think that one should be enough. We just need to keep an eye on these guys. Okay, give me 1 second. Alright. Let's hope this works. Okay, so first we also need to do and put these here. Make more water. And also just grab these. Okay. So you'll see now if I start harvesting this, the wolves might start going towards me right away. This one's got quite a lot of meat on it. If I drop it, they will stop. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, see? Do you see that? You can actually tell by the wolf. See that wolf right there? Once I pick this up, he'll start moving. See? See, he started moving. But if I drop it, he'll change direction. That's because he can smell the meat. Alright. That's why you should drop it right away. Normally I don't really care that much about it. But in this particular difficulty, it's important. They're not going to cross the ice, which is good. I'm going to have one of these here in case. I'm going to put this on because I want to heat up a bit faster as well. I might be able to make it through here actually. Make another one of these, quick. I'm warming up. Please, gods of wind, do not fail me now. Okay, the wolves are staying out of reach, which is good. It's going to be difficult to get past this way though. Without alerting them. So we're making it. There are no other wolves to worry about right now. I get the hide also. We don't need this to warm up anymore. Is there anything I can craft while I wait? I don't think so. Two wolves, and I need to go this way here. I need to go over this way. I'll grab this for an extra stick. And there's wolves that way too. Do you hear that? This is not gonna be easy. We do have a choice though. I could go back and wait it out. Oh, why do that? These are spot the wolves because it's a clear night on Aurora, so we can see them from miles away, which is good. Okay, now we can make this hide if we want. We're not going to do that until I put the next meat on though. So let's do that. The only thing is I am going to get fatigued most likely. And take some fatigue damage doing this. But so be it. Let's do it. The Aurora ended. It ended. That means we can now pass. We're gonna eat these. For one thing, that means that we will smell less. So it's worth just eating these right away. Alright, I am gonna get tired though, but I don't think the fatigue damage is that significant considering the benefit. Okay, now we're just gonna wait for these to get ready, which is a few minutes. We have 2 hides we can cure later. We are gonna get tired, but I'm not gonna go back because this is my opportunity. The Aurora is over, we got a fire, we're warm, we can go. And I'm gonna take that opportunity and get to Mystery Lake, or at the very least poachers. Let's go. Now that the Aurora is over, the wolves are not as much of a threat as they were before. There's one wolf over there, so I'm kind of between 2 groups of wolves now, but I think I can make it. This wolf is a little bit of a problem because on this difficulty they can detect you from so far away. I think I can make this. I'm already getting very cold. This is why you need the teas in order to travel further. If a blizzard were to hit now, it would be extremely bad. The wolf is quite far away. Let's drink a tea. Okay, good. We warmed up pretty much completely. That treatment didn't do anything, it says, but it's not true. It warmed us up. I am going to check this. Nothing there. Sometimes there's loot there. If I can find cattails on the way, that's a big bonus, but not necessarily a priority. Alright, we're almost home. Oh, there's another wolf. I think I'm going to try and avoid that wolf. Too late. They already detected me and they bugged out. I'm gonna head this way. They have bugged out. They are having a wolf choir. Oh, actually I have to go through them because of the ice. And I can't sprint, you see. Give me 1 second and we'll be right back with the wolf choir. Alright, we are back with the wolf choir. And we have to go through them. I have no choice because if I take the other route, I have to cross the ice. And I can't do that because I can't sprint. So I have to take a route that allows me to actually cross the ice safely. Fortunately, we have the wolf choir with us. They're just hanging out, you know, singing songs and kumbaya and stuff, you know. You alright there, Wolfie? Okay. That's all I can say to that. They were bugging out. And if that was an Aurora wolf, we would be dead. Okay, we need to drink another tea because we're getting cold. So now I can go a bit further. We are tired though, but I think we should be able to get to camp office without taking a significant amount of damage. So I think it will be okay. Right now I'm just heading to the poachers camp to get the loot there. And then to Mystery Lake. I will take some damage, but I think it will be okay. I don't really have a choice because there's nowhere to sleep. The only option I had was to go back to the farm. But I really wanted to use this opportunity because it's clear weather. I have the opportunity of being warm and I'm going to take it. I'm also going to make a fire here in this poachers camp, warm up a bit and keep going. I'm guessing I'll probably take, it's hard to say, it's 1% per hour. It's not going to be too bad. Probably like 3% damage or something. And so be it. We're going to be much better off once we get there. An argument can now be made to find a hammer and go to Desolation Point. Just because you can find cattails on the way. So that is what I might be doing. But we'll be seeing about that. Okay, now we made it through the safe route. I'm gonna get rid of this wolf though. Because he's following me around. Even though he ran off like that, it's best to get out of its way. Because even if the wolf is scared, he can still attack you if you run into him. So always try and avoid the wolves, even if they are afraid of you. Coal. Let's get rid of him one more time. Okay, ran the right way this time. You have a flare. This one is guaranteed. It's always there. You have a sweatshirt. That's good. A little bit more warm. This is basically a book to burn.
Sure getting cold.
And let's make a fire. I'm only doing this to warm up, really. And then we'll be on our way. Yes, we're going to burn the book. I don't need a practical gunsmithing book on this difficulty. That's completely unnecessary.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Warm me up. I'm going to put a coal or two on here.
Perfect.
Probably 2 pieces of coal. Or at least 1 and some sticks. Let's do 1 and some sticks. Just to warm up some more. And we'll utilize the warmth to make some more water. I don't think I picked up anything that can be harvested. Ah, look at that. It's frozen. If you put the clothes next to a fire, if they're frozen or wet, they will thaw faster compared to if you're wearing them. So it's better to take them off and leave them like that. And then they will warm up faster, which is great. We need to keep moving those. I'm only going to stay here for as long as necessary to warm up, and then I'm going to keep moving and get to camp office because we're losing health. We were at 55, now we're at 54. We're going to probably be around 52 or 51 by the time we get to camp office. Yeah, we can build that up. Oh, we got a strong wind, which means we might not be able to take a torch with us. I have 2 mushrooms so I can warm up. Okay. We'll put these all of these to stay warm. And this is, I'm almost warm enough, so what I might do is just do a quick one. Even though now it says 19 minutes, I can do a little bit like pastime cancel. Pick up this and you get a tiny amount of water. And then we can cook that. Now it's 10 minutes instead. So I can wait until that's done. I'll take that. And I will pick this up. Even though it does look like this is going to blow out. Let's also have a... yeah, it is. We're going to have a very quick look around here for coal. There's backpack and sometimes there's a can of food here as well. Oh, the bear is out. And he's already spotted me. Goodbye. No defense against that. Okay, we just now have to get out of here. Oh, there's wolves as well. Okay, the wolf is a problem because now it's too windy. But we have a flare. If he gets too close, at the very least, we can scare him off with the flare. And I need to drink a tea. We really need to get to camp office ASAP. Just to stop taking damage from fatigue. And also to avoid being too cold. I might have to drink all of these teas because I'm very, very cold right now. Let's see if I can grab some cattails on the way. This is just a minor detail, so I would say this is worth it. I'm not going to grab these other ones though, that's too time consuming. But these ones we will take. There is a risk of getting frostbite doing this, but we'll have to take that risk. Okay, we're staying warm. We're just taking fatigue damage is the only thing. If I had a stim here, I would use it, because I would heal up and get to the camp office, but I don't have one. I'm gonna keep this flare up in case. Making progress, we're making progress. The biggest enemy is the cold. As long as we can get through without being too cold, the fatigue damage is mostly negligible. We just need to get to safety. And the run isn't over until we're dead. So as long as we keep going and keep going, we'll be fine. We got a wolf behind us. There's almost certainly going to be a wolf in front of us as well. When we get to Mystery Lake itself. Because it's usually won by the camp office. If I run out of teas, I have to make a fire, most likely. Look at how cold it is. I need another tea. And one more tea. It might get cold though before I can use it. We'll have to see. This is why the teas are crucial to surviving this challenge, because you really need it in order to stay warm. You can't really travel at all in this kind of challenge without the teas. Until you are warm enough, that is. It's just too cold and you really need the teas just to travel. Okay, I think we might make it to Mystery Lake without using the flare. We might have to use the flare in Mystery Lake. Okay, we're taking slightly less cold damage there because we were protected from the wind. Right, let's get through here. Okay, we are out of Fallen Muskeg and in Mystery Lake. Let's head to camp office. Let's see if this last tea is warm, and if so, I am going to drink it. Let's see if it loads. It is still hot, so we're going to drink it. Alright. I think I can make it all the way there now without taking much cold damage. I want to loot this though. Oh, a pry bar. We already have one though. But be careful, there's sometimes a wolf that just comes sneaking up suddenly. Not nice. Yeah, there's sometimes a corpse. Not today though. That wolf wasn't there. So that means there's 1 or 2 potential wolves. Here's one. You can see him here. He's also bugging out a little bit. I do believe it's too windy to have... I'm not going to risk it anyway. It might not be too windy, but it doesn't matter. I am not risking that. Oi! That was too close. He ran right into me. There's one more wolf. If you listened closely while the wolf was howling, there was another wolf. There it is. That's the wolf I first thought of. You could tell that there was another one around. When wolves howl, the nearby wolves will respond, and you can tell how many wolves there are and where they are. That being said though, I will point out that a streamer called Guntech did discover that wolves can respond from other regions as a sort of ambience. So if you are near an edge, like for example here, the edge of Full-on Muskeg, and a wolf howls, you might hear a response coming from Full-on Muskeg. That is to say, there's no wolf actually responding, it's just an ambience thing. That does happen. Okay, I'm actually going to get cold before I get there, but I'm only probably going to take a percentage of damage or so, which I think is fine. So we're going to get there. I have my flare, and we can go sleep.
It's so cold.
I'm not going to start a fire just for a few meters. There's another wolf. See, there's 2 more wolves. See, there's a lot more wolves on this difficulty. They are more of a pest than before. I don't necessarily need to scare this off, because wolves usually will not even try to attack when you have a flare. When they have a torch, they'll sort of approach you, and then they may or may not attack you afterwards, but you have a chance to scare them off. With a flare though, they usually won't even do that. They will just stand there forever. But since this is a different difficulty with different settings, reduced threat against the wolves, I'm not taking a chance on that. Okay, we made it here. Let me quickly see if there's a row sips here. Which there is. Oh, there's one. And let's go inside. Hooray! We made it to camp office, which will be our base, at least for the time being. Before we loot it though, I'm gonna sleep right away. Let's drop this to cure. So we have 2 of these curing for later use. Fantastic. And we're gonna go and sleep. We're not gonna make a fire with this torch, we're gonna sleep. And I need to sleep as long as I can. But the maximum is 7 hours. Because if you, in this difficulty with these meters, if you sleep longer... Ooh. Hello. Let's loot this. We found the bedroll. What a great way to finish. Hehe. That's lucky. Okay. It's not going to get colder, so we should be fine to sleep 7 hours. But even though it says that, I'm only going to sleep 3 hours. Because we're not going to regenerate anyway. I just want to make sure that I don't get cold. Yes. Frostbite is being healed. Let's have another drink. And let's we can sleep two more hours, I would say. And there is a storm outside. And now we can loot camp office. But before we do that, I think we will end this episode here. This was the No One Gets Out Alive NOGOA challenge. Super Interloper, if you will. I don't play it very often because I personally do not really like the penalties of not healing at all, because it severely limits your traveling capabilities and you become extremely dependent on campfires and teas, which is fine, but it's not as enjoyable usually, but it is a tough challenge and a test of your mettle for sure. So it is fun to try it out now and then just to see how we do. In this case, I am on day 2 and I have 45% health. So I'm going to need about 4 stims to recover to full health. So we need to get those. But we're going to do that next episode. If you did like this series, let me know in the comments below. And I'll release another episode soon. And we'll see how it goes and how long I can survive. In the meantime, by the way, just a tip in between episodes. If you would like to see more people play NOGOA, there are... Oh, be quiet, Astrid. There are several streamers who play this kind of difficulty or a variety of it all the time. The most 2 prominent ones are probably Perfect Trip and Once and Only. I'll leave a link to their channels below if you want to see someone play this live. But if you'd like to see me play it, tune in the next episode. Until next time, stay safe, survivors.